delay for my computer.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Near Nirvana. Friend of Friday, yay! Tonight we are missing our girl Laura, but we got our girl Trish joining us tonight, and of course Aaron and Jen. And before we continue, we have a little sponsors that Aaron's gonna remind everybody of.
Yep. So most of the data that we pulled from what we could from Cover Price. So make sure you're signed up for Cover Price. Use the code Nirvana14 for a 1 month 99-cent membership of the unlimited access. And make sure you're signed up for the text alert messages so you don't miss, Trisha's hot covers for Bird City Comics. So you can get the text alerts and everything to make sure you're right on time to get those hot books. And if you have time, use the code Nirvana to get a 10% discount. And then I believe we go around the table, right, to say how everyone's week's going. So we'll start with Lucy. Lucy, how's your week going?
It was good. Okay, it was. I can't complain. It was okay. But it was good. How about you guys?
Long week was long. I had a minor headache before I before I signed on. And I still kind of do. I'm doing the cold. I'm trying to get some caffeine to see if I can't get that headache to die down. But I did help with a charity auction the other day. That was nice.
I had just missed you. I was watching and you had just left, and I was like, oh, I missed it.
Yeah, I put up a couple of lots. I'm gonna send them out tomorrow. To some very generous people. I heard that they raised $3,500 for the charity, which was very cool. My two lots, I think, got about $250, I think. So, which was nice.
That's awesome.
It was all my little covers too. My twig.
Oh, nice.
I hate you, please die.
Oh my god.
And twig again.
Nice.
And then each one of them had like a sketch cover. So.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Awesome. Yeah. So that everybody's in the comments talking about reboots. We had, I guess, what the cover Bird City will be what? Reboot, right? Reprint.
Reboot.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So it sell out. That's amazing. And remember, guys, it's not the whole thing. So you guys still have it if you didn't get it, and if you're going to Baltimore con, you still have a chance. If you are not going, if you can't go, if you know anybody who's going, maybe send them the money and they can get it for you. Again, just it sucks. I know, but
I'll be at Baltimore, and I'm not picking up copies for anyone. So make sure to catch my whatnot. $1 1 minute. Let's see what happens.
And also, it was limited, so I know not a lot of it was only 2 per person. So I know that they couldn't do anything about it. So yeah,
I kind of wonder. We'll have to ask. Aunt and Laura at Baltimore if they're going to do the rest of it on Friday or if they're going to do an allocated amount Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Well, I don't know. They don't have like a dedicated exclusive this time, so they may parse it out because they did last time with the dedicated exclusive that they had.
Let's see what happens when I bring you a copy to your table this year.
Oh yeah, let's see if somebody chases you off. Oh my god,
that was so funny.
Oh my god!
And then Trish just was like, "Oh, he's cool. He's cool.
No, he's cool. Hang out. I'm like, it's hopefully it won't be so heavy this time. Hopefully this time I keep things light, moving. I have a lot of books there of my own books to sell, and then I'll have obviously some drawings and stuff and commissions.
When is the con? What day?
It's like Halloween weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I
also have a new white pen that really does excellent remarks on black books. Like really fine lines. So I did like 8-bit remarks on the Stray Dogs books. and I thought that they came out really good. So that's what I'm going to use to do remarks on those 8 billion genies. Not the white ones, obviously. I have black pens for that, but
yeah, for the fourth print.
Yeah, for the fourth print.
Yeah.
Black book, man. It's gonna be hot.
Nice. Okay, so for our show today, we're talking about reboots. Everything is getting reboots. Our favorite shows back in the day.
Sorry.
It's okay. So growing up, we had our favorite shows. So now, like a lot of them, they're getting reboots. We have seen many already, and they keep coming. So tonight we're starting with Fuller House, and this one was Aaron Yee's pick.
Yeah. So I mean, I definitely grew up on Full House as a kid, always watching that. And then when they rebooted Fuller House, I was like, kind of like, oh, cool, throwback, blah, 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 cameo appearances from well-known actors and everything. And then, still spotlighting the kids as adults now with their own children. Yeah, I thought it was just kind of like, and then a lot of coworkers are like, why are you still watching this? I'm like, I've started it. I have to finish it now. I have to know what happens at the end.
You're invested.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
I mean, like it starts, they get you on the nostalgia thing too. So, of course, I was invested in all of their stories when they were, little
because
ones.
because they developed, the new characters and all that throughout that while still throwing nostalgia to you. And then it's like, kind of like, well, I want to know what happens next.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm messing with it. Sorry, I'm trying to. How do you turn the people to the other side? So whenever we do the chat, there.
Will that work?
So that we don't cover our faces. Can you do it on the right side?
No, that was that was a different streaming software that was on the other side.
Oh, never mind. Just put us back, because then we're not going to be able to see the prices.
Okay.
And
I like it better over here. I feel like I'm at home, even though you cover up my face with the chat. It's fine.
No.
Talk away, guys.
No, how about I don't mind. I can now cover your face, Trish.
No.
So yeah,
you're a special guest, so you get the captain
you can.
chair.
Yeah, I don't care.
I had to sell out
here all the
tonight,
time,
so I'm up top.
Yeah, you're a queen. You got to be up there right now. So yeah, like Fuller. Yeah, you did watch it as a I was gonna say step by step.
Step by step, that's another one. Like, I'd love to see all of those TGI Friday shows. Remember like Family Matters? All those kids probably had kids.
I love those.
Oh yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, but see, okay, so I was asking Jen, like, is it a reboot? Because it's kind of like a continuation, so it's not like they're not redoing it.
Well, they're still putting more money into that brand,
So it falls in the category of rebooting it, because they're bringing it back. They're just continuing the story, or
I mean, it's not like they're updating the storyline to fit today's timeline. They're taking, like, it's like they're grown up now. And so, I mean, I guess it is a continuation of what was already developed, but then, like, it had taken a break for such a long time that, I would consider it a reboot.
Yeah, I think it's a reboot. Okay. You're being reintroduced to the characters. You're being, and then they're all being redeveloped almost, because, I mean, such a long time had passed. So, I mean, who went back and watched? Now, I know one crazy person who probably did, but who went back and watched all of Full House before this came back out?
Me.
Did you? Okay, so I know two crazy people that did.
I did not.
I didn't. A lot of these, like, it makes me want to go watch them, because a lot of the stuff I forgot. Like, I don't remember a lot of the stuff. I don't remember. So it's sequel. That's what I was trying to say. Is it a sequel? Is it a reboot? Because it's still a continuation. But yeah, like I did, like, I forgot, a lot of it, and
it's a C-boot.
Still.
Now you know 3 crazy people that have done
not 3.
it.
Woo woo! Welcome to the crazy town of
3.
rewatching.
Get in line, crazy people.
Yeah. I'm sure there's more, Trish. I didn't finish it. Like I did watch the this one, but I didn't finish it. I think I watched like 2 or 3 seasons of this. Do you know how many seasons there is on this one? They had like few more, right?
This was only like what 3 seasons, maybe 4.
Okay, so I'm just 1 or 2. Okay, Jen, what do you think about this?
I still need to watch it. I haven't watched it yet. I remember seeing it being, oh yeah, I remember Full House. Okay.
Save your time. You have plenty of Andor to watch instead. So
that's true. I have to watch Andor still. Real quick, Nimesh is going to be at Baltimore.
Oh, I saw that. Let's see. And then he's buying a VIP. Oh, do you want me to highlight or you got it?
You do it. I'm so used to it. Sorry.
Make that beeline.
Yeah, so he's getting the VIP package to gun it straight to your table. So
you get in like I think 30 minutes ahead. I think, like if you have the VIP badge, you get in like 30 minutes ahead.
Jen, so you're gonna say that you're working with Bird City Comics? Or
no, you'll have the Diamond Retailer Pass. You'll get in early on Friday.
Yeah, you get the Diamond Retailer Pass.
Okay,
you gotta,
cool.
Yeah, but
so suck it, Britt. Suck it, Jess. Suck it, Sarah.
Sarah, Britt, my sister are gonna be in line and be like, I'm gonna go in early. See you guys later.
I'm gonna go scout. I'm gonna go scout.
Well, I mean, honestly, like I got to sneak in early last year. I mean, I just walked in there like I belonged there, and no one stopped me.
I think all you have to do really to get into anywhere is walk in like you belong. Like
yeah, exactly. Or walk in with a group of people that you know, and you're talking to them in conversation, and then they don't stop you.
And there's a guy who came in with, if you come in with like a nice looking camera, and you just look like you're supposed to be there, or with a ladder.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, where that person snuck into the Super Bowl with a ladder, right, or something like that. Yeah. But anyways,
no, you guys are getting bad advice right now. No, guys.
Just walk in like you belong, like, do you know who I am,
It's like, I'm YouTube famous.
Unless you're Yi and you walk up to my table, then you get chased off by people.
That's true.
One guy.
Yeah. And then Trish will like vouch for you, hopefully.
You're like, no, it's cool. It's cool. He's cool. He's cool people. Sit down.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's like I was like all right.
Sorry. Okay, so this one's mine is Ghost. This one it's a UK show, and I found it this year, and there's 3 seasons on HBO, and I really liked it. It's hilarious. I just loved it. It's not scary, like but it's about a couple.
Fun scary.
Yes, no, not even scary at all. But it's about this couple sitting on the floor. They inherit this house, and with the girl, she gets hit, and then out of nowhere, she's able to see ghosts because she was, I guess, between dead and alive, so now she's able to see ghosts. And so there's other ghosts who have died in this house throughout different years, generations, so now they're stuck at that house, and she's able to see them, so they're not used to people seeing them, so it's just really funny, like they're trying to, I guess, feel alive again and being hurt and stuff like that. So it's really funny. It's on HBO, 3 seasons, and the 4 seasons coming soon, hopefully. I know they announced it, but now obviously the American version was made just like The Office. And they have the first season out, and it was well received. I watched it too, and it was they changed. At first I was kind of not happy because they changed some of the characters, and I really liked how the UK version didn't go with like such a pretty version, of they're just actors, and the American version, they look too pretty, and I was like,
so that's what happens when you get that budget money, you
get a good budget, makes everything brighter.
Yeah, but then I watched it. I did the Jen rule. I watched 3 episodes, and I was like, okay, it's good. It's actually good. It really
like what I do. If a show doesn't hook me in, like in 3 episodes, then I quit, because like Parks and Rec, I almost gave up on. I literally almost gave up on it.
Oh, that would have been a crime.
It would have been a crime
Yes.
because I ended up really loving it. But like the first two episodes, man, I just was not.
Yes.
It just wasn't connecting with me. I'm like, man, I'm
I
gonna
can see
hit
it, though.
this Leslie. Nope, lady.
You know, that happened with me with The Office and What We Do in the Shadows. The same, because the first episodes are kind of rough.
Yeah.
Well, did you watch for In the Shadows or whatever?
Yeah,
did
What
you
We
watch
Do in
the
the
movie
Shadows?
first?
Yeah, I watched the movie first.
I haven't, and it's not available anywhere to watch unless you buy it, and I don't want to buy it.
I won't pay for it on Amazon either. Yeah, I've been told though, if you watch the movie first, then it really connects you to.
It makes more
the
sense.
Show. Yeah.
Okay, I need to. I do want to watch it, but I'm just trying
watch
to wait
anything
to
with
see
Reese Darby in it for any amount of time. I don't care. Like whenever he shows up, I'm just like, I'm in. I don't care what this is about.
Yeah. Yeah. No. And
I was going to ask you. Yeah, American version or the UK version? Which one do you recommend?
Now I recommend both of them. I honestly really like the now. I recommend both. Like it's gonna be hard to to not compare it. Like when I watched the American, I was comparing it so much to the UK, and I was like, oh, so much better the UK. Oh, so much better. But then I just kind of like, I'm like, I need to stop and just like focus and think about it as its own show. And it was actually like, again, it's really good. I like that it's a little bit of a difference, so that way I don't feel like it's the same show. So I recommend both. The other one, it's available. It's on CBS. Is it CBS?
Yep.
Yeah. And I think it was on Paramount Plus to watch the first season. So you want to watch this, and I didn't know. So Jen, you found these. This is the complete. And there's a Christmas special that I watched. I think I did watch it. So that's pretty good. $43. In what is this on the right? BC radio session rare yellow.
I just couldn't believe someone paid $23 shipping from Australia.
That is crazy. Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah.
But there. So apparently,
shipping costs though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So apparently they put out a record that has a couple songs on it. So this is that's the record on the right hand side.
How many Ghost the Band vinyl records did you find instead?
Well, it was tough. Like with the last one, that Lunchbox and the Canteen, someone bought recently for $70 or $60. So whoever got that for $25, that's pretty good. And then the cards, but this stuff is cool too because 1 through 3 plus Christmas special. So someone paying $70 something completely was like, maybe I should check it out. Like a good recommendation.
They must have really liked it. They must have really wanted it.
Yeah. Oh, and I also read that now the US that bought the rights for Ghost. So also the American version, the writers and the creators of Ghost, they're part of the American version too. So I kind of like that. So I think that's why it's kind of good. So I like that they have creator rights, or no, they have a word, they have a saying
have input.
On the
they have
input. Yes, on the American version. So I like that. But yeah, so they
do you think it'll go on longer than it should, a la The Office? Like
I probably
it'll go on way longer than it should.
I think so, because I was, I kept getting like ads on Facebook and Instagram about the show, and people were saying that they loved it. And a lot of people don't know from the American, the UK version, and it was well received. And they did renew for the second season, I think, or in third. I'm not sure, but they did. It's getting renewed, so they are working on a new one. So I'm pretty excited.
Sarah's right. This isn't music. It's
audio show.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Well,
nice.
yeah. I mean, the BBC is notorious for getting like live studio sessions for like musicians, like TV shows to do like skits and stuff like that. So
nice. Okay. So let's go to the next one, Voltron, and this one is Jen's pick.
Classic.
Yeah, so this is aired a couple years ago. They rebooted it. So it was a true reboot. They started over and they changed some characters and they changed some things around. And I thought it got better and better each season. I really enjoyed it. I was really surprised to see this Matchbox set sell for $542 with like $30 shipping. I round up because that's a lot of money. But also to see the bids be around 25. Whenever I see an auction and just it's one bid, I'm like, well, maybe someone just knew that what they wanted. But I like when you see multiple bids, you're like, okay, I can probably really trust in this. But
you ever see the Lego Voltron? You can disassemble the and put it together, and they're all the original, like the individual lines that change into the Voltron. I'm like, hell yes, give me that.
Well, I remember, awesome. Yeah, I remember when they relaunched this that they had, like, I think Diamond had a Voltron figure. Like, I was working at ThinkGeek at the time, and when this dropped, like, it was like, you know, it was super expensive, and like the store only got one, but like someone that was like hardcore into it, like, came into the store and was like, I'll take it.
Yeah, they had like there was another place I went to recently. It was a vintage toy place that had like the old like big castle thing where the lines like came out from around it, and I'm like, sweet nostalgia, love it. But then they also had these new ones next to it, and I like the way they updated Voltron without really killing the lore too much.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it seemed like it was, you know, just brought forward. They did tweak some things, change the names of the characters, some of them, right?
Yeah. Well, especially that one character was it was an interesting surprise. Pidge.
Yeah, Pidge.
That's cool. So anything else to add?
I was surprised because for a long time the Voltron comic was cheaper than 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, now he's what, $100 for
You can blame one of my old spec shows on that one. So.
Whenever ye recommends.
It wasn't my recommendation, but like so shout out Half Price Crook. But there are like 3 different versions of Voltron #1, so be careful on that. Like when you are looking for it, like there's like newsstand, second print, Canadian price variant. There might even be a newsstand Canadian price variant as well.
Oh, yeah, my sister bought me all the pops, but they're still in storage, so I can't show them.
Also, props to them for doing an animated show instead of like CG or instead of too much CG. Like, props to them, because I think it's the same studio that did Avatar: The Last Airbender that did this and She-Ra.
I think DreamWorks did She-Ra for sure, because I remember seeing
the same animation house. Like DreamWorks is
the studio,
but like the animation house that actually drew it. That was Voltron for sure. I'm not sure about She-Ra, but the animation, if you look at it, is pretty similar to Avatar in the DreamWorks one.
Okay.
Glenn, yes.
Okay, so let's go to the next one. Oh, a Chip and Dale.
The best reboot in all of history. You don't even have to talk to me about this one.
Well, this is for you.
It's for me.
I love
Chip and Dale. They're my favorites. Okay, so first of all, I didn't know I needed this reboot until I saw it. You know, because I was kind of iffy with the like half CG, but it brings both worlds of traditional animation or traditional flat animation and CG together in a way that I didn't know I needed until I watched the movie. And there were a lot of inside animation jokes and like industry jokes and things like that really stood out. And I didn't really get it was based on the Rescue Rangers cartoon. So, but it really wasn't about the Rescue Rangers, you know, per se.
Like the original.
Mostly. But anytime I see these two, I swear to God.
And
The movie was good. The TV show was amazing. The comic is great. I know some artists that worked on the comic when it was rebooted through Kaboom, I think.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and they did covers and stuff. And those people now work for Disney Animation. I'm like jealous, but
yeah, I still have to finish it. I didn't finish it. I
a movie. You didn't finish the movie?
No, I need to finish it. But
Yeah, I'll
yes,
tell you.
at first I was like, oh, it's the way they made it. Like, I wasn't, but I, like you said, they added like
It was kind of like bringing Who Framed Roger Rabbit forward.
Mhm.
You know,
And
because Who
then
Framed Roger Rabbit was ahead of its time back in the 80s when it was made, and or early 90s, 89, right?
yeah, and like Glenn said, yeah, when Chip said he got work done, and that's what they meant. Like they don't look like the cartoon. They
Yeah,
were animated, and I thought that was so hilarious. I
yeah,
didn't watch that part. Oh, it was Dale. He said it was Dale. Sorry.
yeah. Oh, yeah, it's Dale, the one with the red
Yeah,
nose.
yeah,
He
yeah.
he had the CG procedure that cracked me up. I was dying.
Yeah, so it was good. I still need to finish it, but I loved the cartoon as a child, as a kid. But
I watched that cartoon. It's also been rebooted again. Chip and Dale have been rebooted again in
as a
the
cartoon.
in the new Disney, whatever that style is, that looks like a mix up
Mm,
of Ren and Stimpy and old time, and
mm,
I hate it.
I
It's
know.
irritating as shit.
Was the
But
same thing as the what is it, the DuckTales, right?
yeah, DuckTales looked
Mm,
good. Its
Yeah,
reboot
the
looked
was
good.
good.
Yeah.
I didn't like the way the animation. I didn't like
You
it.
get to meet the mom.
They were so square. Like I didn't like
Mm,
the some of the character designs, and I think they went a little
mhm.
hard on the whole "we miss our mom" story. But lore aside, it was a beautiful remake,
Okay,
or a reboot. It was a beautiful reboot.
I need to watch it. I never watched it because I didn't like the way it looked.
And
Okay,
then H&H, this came out May 20th. You can still see it on Disney Plus.
Yeah, you can
yeah,
get
it's
it
on
on
the
Disney Plus. Check it
yeah.
out.
Uh,
I still draw Chip and Dale religiously, and I can draw them from
Mm,
memory. I can
yeah.
draw every character from Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers from my memory, because Chip, funny enough, was the first cartoon character I ever drew on paper.
Oh,
I
that's
still have that
awesome.
drawing too. It is upstairs in my attic somewhere, in a
Oh,
chest.
you know, I watch all these cartoons in Spanish, so like, yeah, I knew them all in Spanish, so like watching them in English was like different. Oh,
Does
so
it
Yeah.
throw you off like with the voice actors, or is it just like the context of the language?
I didn't know when I saw the trailer for this movie. I was like, "Ooh, the voices! No, I hate this. Why they've ruined?" I was so against it. I was like, "No, I hate this." But then I got used to hearing the voices, and I thought maybe it's just a bit. And I'm like, "Who are they doing this bit for? You know, are they doing it for me?" What are they doing?
Yeah, no, and it also, well, for me, the Spanish to English, yeah, it's different. Like, what was I was watching? I've been playing like all the princess movies. I grew up with. I love the princess movies, you know. And I started watching them all in Spanish again, like watching Beauty and the Beast in Spanish, Little Mermaid, all the like, it's so different.
That's how I learned
But
Spanish. I had a whole bunch of Disney soundtracks in Espanol, and I freaking used to like run around singing "Be Prepared" in Spanish in my high school Spanish class. It was amazing. I got so much
that's
extra credit from
hilarious.
that.
That is awesome. Yeah, like I mean, it gets it helps, and then now like hearing other people like talking about, oh, it's a classic, the songs, like, and I'm like, I don't know them because I only know them in Spanish. But
I don't know
now,
that version, but you give me listos ya, and I'm totally there.
yeah, like so now, like now that I got used to the English, like I can get confused, and I'm like, I forget the lyrics.
But yeah, this
Okay.
reboot totally up there as one of my favorites. I think only because I feel like it
Mhm.
brought it forward, and it added a bit because it made it. Well, I don't know. It kind of made Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, the TV show, seem like it was like an act or a bit.
Mhm.
You know, not
Yeah.
that it was. You
Yeah.
know that they were actually Rescue Rangers. So
Yeah.
it kind of
And
put a weird spin on that. But
and like you said, like it was
that
a
TV
good
show, man.
it was a good reboot, but like the poster says, it's not a reboot, it's a comeback.
Yeah, it's a comeback.
And like they were saying earlier, I think Brooklyn was saying in Adam that, you know, there's some good reboots and there's like just some bad ones, and this one I guess then it was a good one.
I think that it just adds more to Chippendale, like the characters, rather than continuing on with whatever the Rescue Rangers were.
And then Jen, what comics do we have on the slide here?
So it's Walt Disney's Comics and Stories number 25 from 1942, but it's a story written, and then you see like non-sequential art inside of them. It usually goes for a little bit more than the first sequential art. There's one currently on sale on eBay. It looks like the tables are detached from the cover, so probably a 1.0 for around 200. But whoever got it for $62, I can't see what the
1.5 to 2.5 grade.
Yeah,
I mean raw.
It's pretty good for $62 for a 1942 comic, and then 8.0 700 is like the average.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Oh, sorry, Jen. You still took.
And then just the 90s comic is super affordable. And then what do you think of the Swarovski Crystal Chippendale?
I have so much Chippendale stuff, it ain't even funny. Like
Trisha's like, I'm adding a new item to my watch list on eBay as we speak.
As we speak. I need Swarovski crystal chipmunks in my life.
If I've never needed at a garage sale, though, I wouldn't. Like, I was talking to Britt about it, and she's like, "Oh yeah, Swarovski crystal characters are
Disney. They have like a whole Swarovski crystal like castle that's like huge. That thing's like $5,000 or something. It's immense. But I'm like, where the hell? Who has a museum that they would put this in? Like, somebody. I don't know. Some people. But if you've looked, there's Super 7. It's a company that does action figures. Well, they do big ones. Like 16-inch tall ones, and they have like Mickey Mouse and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. Where would I put that?
All right, let's take a tour real quick. No, I'm joking.
Right? Get up. I'm going to show you all my Chippendale stuff. I have a thing with like chipmunk characters, like Alvin and the Chipmunks, Chippendale.
Oh, that's cool.
My mouse characters. I love them.
Yeah. Oh, Alvin and the Chipmunks. That's another remake.
If you guys see these at a garage sale,
at garage sales.
Then when they're $5-10, you're like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go.
That reminds me.
Like Lords of Brooklyn, I'm gonna wear them on a chain at bottom on my neck.
Thank you so much for watching, Brian. Make sure you stick around to the channel because we will redirect you to the House of Stein for this Hot 10.
Nice. Okay, Aaron, this was your pick.
Yeah, so I mean, who didn't grow up with Beavis and Butt-head? You know, I was a bit young whenever the show came out, and you know, I probably shouldn't have been watching it, but I definitely was. It probably explains why I listen to a lot of weird, obscure music now. But I actually haven't seen this reboot yet. I mean, this show's gone through several like reboots, like where you know it stopped being on MTV. Then they started it again like years later whenever like reality shows took over. Instead of playing music videos, they were playing clips of like
shows,
the different shows like 16 and Pregnant or whatever and all that. So
oh my god, imagine I need to watch that because they would talk so much shit. I would talk so much shit about that show.
Yeah, so I mean, and then sometimes they did put music videos in there every so often. You know, they just reflect on like what's happening on MTV, right? But you know, after a season or two, I think, then it got canceled, and then Paramount Plus picked it back up, and then they just relaunched a movie recently. And then so big fan of this, big fan of the TV show. So I haven't seen the movie yet, so let me know in the chat if it's any good. Yeah.
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that movie. I kind of like stopped. Okay, so I watched Beavis and Butt-head as a kid, right? My mom did not understand it, but she thought that Cornholio bit was like the funniest shit on earth.
Nice.
And so, you know, we would walk around, you know,
I am Cornholio with shirt.
Cornholio, the shirt up over your head, I was just trying to do it. This sweatshirt is uncooperative, but you get the idea. We would do the laugh and everything, and we thought that was the funniest thing on earth. Like, but them bringing this back as opposed to creating some original content doesn't make sense to me. But people.
But see, I think that like you guys were saying, like nostalgia, that it reminds you, like takes you kind of back watching this.
Well, yeah,
like,
I had like a good memory with it, which is hysterical considering parents hated this show.
Oh yeah.
At the time, like parents were like, "Oh, this is gonna ruin my kid."
Yeah. For what, Jen? Go ahead.
H&H asked if Daria was a spinoff. It was, and so wasn't King of the Hill also?
I don't think it was officially, but like it's the same creator. It's Mike Judge.
Yeah, Mike Judge.
Yeah.
I used to love watching Daria, man. That chick.
Me too.
Yeah.
Wait, I think we're gonna talk about that later.
All right. Yeah.
So then
with this one,
with this one, like I remember, like I love the laugh. The laugh killed me, and then me, like once I, like when I get like when it's been a few times that I start like making.
Oh,
did she freeze?
She froze up.
Anyways,
fun of the like no. I feel sick.
You're back. You're back.
I said, you see, like they don't want me to laugh like that, but no, like for a while, like I don't know, for a while I was laughing like that, and the other day I was like doing it, and I was like, oh, I better stop doing it because then I'm gonna get stuck with a laugh because it has happened. I remember, like I used to make fun of my friend, like her laugh. It was the funniest thing ever. So like I started making fun of her, and then I was laughing like her, and then I ended up getting stuck with the laugh. So like finally I was able to get rid of it.
Now it's your laugh. Now it's your laugh forever.
But I don't know why. Like it's just I'm like I can't make fun of people their laugh because I get stuck with it for a while. but yeah, this is awesome. It was a pretty good show. Anything else you guys want to add to this?
Yeah, you want to talk about?
Oh yeah, it does.
The comic came out in 1994, and I was really surprised about that vintage shirt. So if you see a vintage shirt that looks like that at Goodwill or a thrift store,
gosh dang.
Yeah, I mean, vintage shirts like for a while have been like ridiculous prices now. But I mean, be careful with bootlegs and stuff like that because a lot of people do like silk screen.
Do you remember how many bootlegs there were of that 90s like Bugs Bunny shirt where he was wearing the pants backwards? Like how many bootleg versions of that shirt there were?
I'm sure that's worth money now.
Yeah. Check the tag.
And then with the Beavis and Butt-head issue number 1, also look out for the red glove variant, which is the second print.
Oh, there's a second print. Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
So you can tell the Dennis's glove is red instead of pink.
Okay.
Yeah. So we were trying to figure out how that was a variant, and then if you look inside of the indicia, it says second print. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Anything?
And then shout out to Blind Adam. Yes, the last few issues, 20 to 28, are pretty hard to find. I was lucky enough to find the last issue, 28, like in the back issue bin for like cover price. Or not cover price, like $3, $4.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go. Addams Family. This one was me.
Yeah, they've rebooted this a million times.
Yeah, so they started first, with the cartoon, right? I'm trying to remember. Well, it was
the cartoon was first, or the TV show was first.
Was it the TV show was first, and then they did a cartoon, right?
So we're talking about the original show that's black and white,
yeah,
and then a cartoon in the 90s. Is that right?
I think so. And then like they did the movie with oh my god, I can't remember her name. I was thinking of the mom. Like I can't remember her name, but yeah, Christina Ricci. And it was I love the Addams Family. I love it. And they're making now Wednesday, the Addams Wednesday. That it's gonna be on Netflix, And the girl who's playing Wednesday, she's from our town.
Oh,
So
really?
pretty cool. Yeah, that's
That's
pretty
cool.
nice. Never, I don't know her. I don't know her family or anything like that. But I know that she's here from La Quinta. So there it is.
Yeah, Wednesday.
Wednesday,
I always liked the humor that was in the Addams Family.
Yes.
Yeah.
Some
It's kind
stuff
of
like-
kooky, right?
yeah, like some stuff like I remember when I watched it, like it kind of like
Period.
went over my head, and now like rewatching it, it's like some of the jokes, yeah. But
Were you thinking of Angelica Hudson?
Angelica Hudson, that's her name. I was trying to think of her name. I couldn't think of her name. I loved
Thank you,
her.
Google.
Yeah, she did amazing. Like she's Morticia. Like she did really good. But yeah, so that comic, I don't have it. I want it. I did get to see the first somebody got, I think they sent me the pictures, or I don't remember, like the very first books that the artist, like he gave it to somebody as a gift, as a Christmas gift. And it was like, you can see that he wrote like, oh, like Merry Christmas from our family to yours. And they put the name of the family that it was going to from, the original writer of the Addams. And I thought it was pretty awesome. They were selling it obviously for a little bit too much. But I'm like, eh. But obviously it was one of the first ones, the original. So I thought it was pretty awesome. And I'm excited to watch it. I really hope they do their justice. I really hope that it's a good one. So yeah, November 29th. Oh, what is it? Is it November?
Yeah, November 23rd. It's kind of hard
to see.
get
Yeah, okay.
focus.
I wish it would have come out on October.
Right, it would have made more sense in October.
Yeah. Yes, but I guess I don't know. But what did you find, Jen, on this?
So this comic came out in 1974, and I couldn't find a raw sale, so we just stayed with a graded sale. Raw sale, it's $36 in that lower mid.
That's really good. That's really good.
But I was surprised about that toy. Yeah. I was like, I've never seen that toy before.
Me neither.
Which one? The Morticia one or the house?
Yeah, the 1964 Addams Family.
Wow.
Okay, cool. I'll keep a look at it. But the house looked freaking awesome.
That looks pretty cool. I want to see it more. Did they have more pictures of the house?
They do.
I want it.
Yeah.
I want the house.
Well, those Department 56 things are supposed to be insanely detailed, right? Yeah.
Also the cartoon. They made the cartoon that came out like not so long ago, and that's how he looks like. That how they look originally. Like, I really like.
Can I get a reboot of the Addams Family rap by MC Hammer, please?
That'll be cool. I watched it. I watched the first one. It was cute. I liked it. The second one, I think I did watch it. I'm trying to remember. I think I did watch it, but the cartoon that it came out like a couple years ago, I think. So it was okay. So now I know a lot of people are complaining for the reboot, like how they casted Luis Guzman as Gomez, which it kind of makes sense, but at the same time, no. Like I know Gomez wasn't like on the original, he wasn't the best looking guy, but
well, no. If you look at the original art of Gomez and the original the way the character was always supposed to be, he wasn't supposed to be
handsome or anything,
super handsome.
Yeah,
or whatever.
Well, he was always kind of short and stout.
Yeah. But I feel they could have picked somebody else better. I don't know.
It's only because Raul was so iconic.
Yeah.
In the original, in the role.
Yeah. R.I.P. But yeah,
iconic.
But yeah, he was. But and even Raul, he wasn't like super handsome either. But it just, I think the chemistry between him and Angela, like it just made it so good and made, I don't know, but we'll see how they do, and I hope it is good. Anything else you guys want to add?
have y'all ever seen the pictures of the original house remastered from black and white to color? Like all the interior housing of the original show is like bright colors. Like it looks like a typical like rich person's house and stuff like that. So
it probably had to be so that way when you filmed it in black and white, like you could see the tone shift. Everything wouldn't look
like super bland and gray.
Yeah,
the
super same color.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just kind of like it gives it a good like juxtaposition, like of you can imagine that their clothes are all gonna be like all black and white or whatever, and then like them to be like in this super like bright colored house and stuff like that. I don't know. I thought it was just kind of cool because they've been doing that to a lot of old films, like remastering them with color. But yeah.
Oh, and she said earlier, Rob Zombie's Monsters is coming out September 27th. That's soon.
It looks horrible.
No?
Is Rob Zombie more a slasher gore, or is it like
Or he's a horror fan anyways? Like
he's a horror crazy person, but like
like he has like.
If he would not pick his wife, if he had not picked his wife to play the role of, because she looks horrible, she looks bad. I'm sorry, but she does not look good. She looks like that. The hair just looks bad, and you would think they I don't know. We'll see. I'm still gonna try because I love the monsters. I love it. I still watch the black and white one, but like she just looks bad. Like I don't know. We'll see how it is. I'm gonna give it a try because I just love the show so much. And yeah, we'll see. Yeah. So with that, let's move on to this one. I'm excited to talk about this, Jen. Tell us.
So I watched this late. It premiered on my birthday, and I did not watch it on my birthday because I was with all you guys. But apparently the creators for this TV series in 2018 went to Penny Marshall before she passed. So when she was still alive, and asked for permission. They also talked to Gina Davis because they had stories that they wanted to tell. But Penny Marshall is kind of cool because you find out that she is a lifelong baseball fan. And in the 80s, watched a documentary about the female league from the 40s. And that's where the movie came from, right? Took that, made it in like 91, 92. And then, this came out. It has Janet from A Good Place. And I really enjoyed it. I liked it. I am trying to now seek out that vintage 93 HBO guide. But it was really cool to see the poster. Oh, let's see if I can find the poster is pretty cool, but it's limited to 100, which is why it went for so much. Oh, there it is.
Oh, I see. It went for 559. Wow.
But it's really cool.
Oh, that is nice.
That's awesome.
That is cool.
And then they have, if you can find that team photo, that goes for an easy $1.5.
Yeah.
And then someone has a 51 baseball signed by them. And then the Gina Davis card, it has a slash through it, so I'm not sure.
Sorry.
What
it's all good.
Yeah.
Sarah, I was just about to say that when Jen finished. There's no crying in baseball.
I know.
I haven't watched that film in a long time, but yeah.
Yeah. I watching League of Their Own, at least
iconic
one
line.
Yeah.
I started watching. Thank you, Aaron. I started watching it today because I wanted to watch it, and I know we were going to talk about it, and I started watching it, and then just watching the first episode, like it was just like not even half of the episode, and I felt like I wanted to cry, like because. I don't know. It just it made me feel a little emotional. It was weird. Seeing the two older ladies in the bench, cheering for them when they're in the tryouts. And like how they wouldn't let her try because she was of color. She's a woman of color, and they wouldn't trying to get a job because they wouldn't let her because she's a what it's just. I like you were saying, you Britt and Jen, like now I understand so much more. I know we had a conversation about this. And like I like it makes you see a little bit more of what they were going through at those times, especially like if it's like based on the kind of, I guess, right, true story, like of their stories.
Yeah.
So it's like kind of like history, a little bit of the history of what they were going through, that either because of your color, the struggles, or because your sexual orientation, that's how you say it, right?
Yeah.
Right? Like, you have to hide because it's not right that the way they have to dress, because it's just so much, and it's pretty cool to see that. And it just, everything kind of feels organically for me, um their struggles in seeing what they have to do just to have a freaking baseball team.
Yeah.
It's really good. I really enjoyed it so far.
It's just so you guys, people are maybe seeing us. It's 16 plus if you're gonna so I wouldn't say like with young kids, but I really enjoyed it, and they haven't been greenlit for a second season yet. But the writers, which is She Geek mentioned it, Abby Jacobson from Broad City is one of the co-creators / writers, and apparently they're already working on it, and they're hoping, if they're greenlit, to start filming next year to continue on. And
I really hope so.
It's Amazon, so it's like almost like a 50-50 shot, right?
Yeah,
flip a coin, it might.
Yeah. I mean, because I watched Paper Girls, and I thought that did pretty good. Like, honestly.
I know, I'm so mad about that. I can't believe they're freaking at least like give it a shot. But I really hope they don't give up and they go for like
the Wilds got canceled. It got really good. It ended on season 2 and ended on a cliffhanger, and they got canceled. So I think they're shopping around to other networks now for the Wilds. But
yeah, like I understand, like, yeah, like the quality and the popularity doesn't, it sucks, like, and honestly, the League of Your Own, I feel, again, that's another one that I feel like they did not push it so much. I feel like they could got a like better,
Yeah, honestly, I had no idea that they did a reboot of this.
Yeah,
into a TV series.
Apparently, there's a TV series that it was only a few episodes later in the 90s, but I never saw it, so now I got to try to track that down.
H&H, literally one show at the very top of the list, Firefly. The end.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love Firefly. Well, the comic book's really good because it's a continuation.
So, is that a signed baseball?
Yes, that's a signed baseball from the AAG PBL Women's League. That's a very long name. But yeah, there's a couple of signed baseballs. There's actually there was a documentary. Oh gosh darn it! Of the two ladies, they live in St. Charles, and they're in a retirement home.
Sorry, go ahead. Freaks and Geeks. I love that show. Like, because that guy, like Seth Rogen, they started. Who else?
Everybody that is super famous now.
Yeah, like, everyone that any comedian that in that what's his name?
Busy Phillips. There's so many.
James Franco, right?
James Franco, yeah. But wasn't that around the time that it was like the writer's strike or something like that it happened?
No, because wasn't that their like first like kind of work that they got? So wasn't it like 2006 era?
Yeah, but it wasn't wasn't that the time though that it was like the writer's strike?
I thought the writer's strike was like 2008. I want to say.
Yeah. Well, the writer's strike brought us things like Dr. Horrible at the time.
Yeah, Sam said it was 2005, 2006. That's when it happened.
Okay, yeah, because I remember like Walking Dead, like kind of like got its like name out there. What Breaking Bad too, right?
Yeah. So there
Yeah, a
was
lot of cool shows though got interrupted. I remember the writer's strike like shortening my seasons of Boston Legal. Damn it.
I liked Women's Murder Club, and that got canceled. Oh wait, they changed the writers up season, and then it was bad. It wasn't as good as the writers that were on before.
Yeah, Linda Cardellini.
But yeah, it was a really good show, and it was so it was around the time. I remember Sam saying that it was because of the writer's strike.
But the Richard Flipper mentioned that the Hispanic women also played back then also, and yes, and actually in this you get to follow 2 different stories with that, and it's very good. I think.
I'm glad that this show is out there. I wouldn't call it necessarily a reboot. I would call it, additional stories told.
Yeah,
in that same timeline.
Is it taking place like I guess like after the premiere of their league or whatever of the movie?
Or it starts it right. So sorry, I think they went to ask Penny Marshall to use the title, but they wanted to tell more stories from that time. So there's no sisters, right? It's at that time, so you get to see them. Different characters go in and try out, and then it's the Peaches team again that you're kind of following, but they use different
players from the team.
Yes.
And I think that's cool. That's a cool aspect to play because a team is more than 2 people or 3 people.
I hope she does.
No, she didn't make a cameo in this season.
I hope she does in the future. But Rosie O'Donnell did, right?
Yeah,
because I saw somewhere like online that she does. But then the girl, the chubby girl, like she kind of looks like Rosie O'Donnell. Like I was just kind of, I was like, what the? She kind of looks like her.
Oh, like that character. Yeah. But I really like. There's a friend. You kind of see her pictured next to Janet from Good Place on the A, and she likes comic books, and so and she draws comics and she talks about comics all the time, and like that was just made my heart happy.
I got all light up that she's all like, can we go after for my comic book? I was like, oh. And then when she's talking to the kid, she's all like, my comic book, like she takes a comic out of his hand, he's all like, get off my comics. It's so cute. I really like this show. It's good. Please watch it so we can get season number 2. Oh, let's see. Anything? Oh, so anything else you want to add?
I mean, it'd be awesome to meet somebody from that team. They're all, I think they're in their 90s now.
More, please.
Yeah. Okay, Aaron?
Yep. So I know there was a lot of questions if like any of us were going to New York City Comic Con. I personally am not. I don't know if anyone else on the panel is.
Wait, what? Oh, New York?
New York.
Yeah, they're going to do a trailer for this.
Yeah. So I decided. Comic-Con. Yeah. So Mario is getting a new, I guess a reboot. We could call it.
This is the one with Chris Pratt as the voice of Mario. Is that?
I don't know too much about it at all. I just heard about it.
I think that's the rumor.
Chat. Yeah. And I found this teaser for it that they're dropping the teaser trailer at New York City Comic Con. So I thought this was really cool.
Maybe Aunt or Laura could give us
video it for us.
I can go YouTube
that we can't share on YouTube, but we'll all individually watch it together and then like comment on what we're watching.
That'll be a good idea.
Yeah.
Well, can we do it like a Discord and then everybody can join from our chat so we can all watch it? Do they allow that?
I don't know how you do it.
I know how to do it.
Well, I just know that it's they'll be told not to have cameras on, and I know they're working.
And then inevitably there'll be shaky cam everywhere.
Yeah.
No weird angle.
Yeah, and I know they'll be probably busy like tabling because they're working the con actually.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'll just send Laura in. Laura can take the way.
Yeah, so I thought that was pretty funny. And then what Blip? I forget what issue this is. This is
number 1.
Number 1. Yeah, it has the first appearance of Mario. And is this a comic or is it more of a magazine? I can't remember.
I think it's more of a magazine.
But that's like comic size or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
From 1983, from the year I was born.
Nice.
It doesn't say what issue, right? Does it say? Is it?
I think it's in that top left corner
it
box.
says February 1983, $1. Then it has the Canadian price, and then I don't know what that number is below it. Probably
this is issue 1. I know what Mighty Mel V has a copy that he found.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he found one last year at New York City Comic Con.
For how much?
I don't know because he's trying to sell it, but he found it in the back issue bin. So if that gives you an idea.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's less. I'm pretty sure it's less
already
than
sending him text message.
Yeah. So
$20. I'll give you $20.
But it's less than whatever the last Raw sold for. But because I think it's roughly in that condition, if I'm not mistaken. It might be a little bit better.
Those books from that time are usually in.
Yeah, because you fold it up and throw it in your back pocket and all that. Yeah.
Right on it.
Yeah.
Man, on my old comic books that I used to use for references, they used to have pencil drawings all through them. Nobody would want those things.
Righteous Flipper has a few. He found them at a garage sale.
For how much? I'm curious.
At a garage sale, I would assume it was like, you're buying this, take it. Or like maybe like $1 piece, unless that person didn't know what they had. I assume. I don't know.
Okay, so let's move on.
Can you believe that card? Sorry.
Okay. Oh, sorry. You want to talk about it?
Oh, is it a PSA 10? Yeah, it's a PSA 10.
But $410?
So it's like near like PSA 10s are equivalent to like
it's kind of like a gem mint, like
it's a perfect pristine card. Yeah, it's so like it's I wouldn't even compare it to a 9.8. Like it's almost like a 9.9 or 10, but it's a card like so. And
that means that image is perfectly centered. That black border is beautiful. There's no whiting on the edges. Listen, my Pokemon card grader is coming out in me.
Yeah. The corners aren't indented in or anything like that. It has sharp corners. Like Trish said, it has perfect centering. There's no blemishes on the surface. The edge wear
$410.
Yeah, so it's and then and then the higher the grade is, like it tends to be in the lower of the population of that grade. So
Okay.
And the PSA is the top. It's the CGC of card grading.
Okay. So now moving on. So True Blood. So this one, I loved the show when it came out. I did not read the book, and I know there was a book, but I didn't know it was like based on a comic book. I just knew it was a trade paperback. That's all. But they are rebooting this one that the same creator of Riverdale, Roberto Aguirre Sacasa, I think that's you pronounce it, that he is set to be an executive producer for a reboot of True Blood that it came out, but they talked about it in 2020, so I don't know what's happening now. But this one came out 2008 till 2014. There was like 7 seasons.
I used to have a coworker that was obsessed with that show.
I love this show. Oh my gosh. And that's funny. The guy who Jason, who plays Suki's brother, he's in my friend's movie, and they are actually they're watching what is it, a premiere tonight at my local theater, but I told him I couldn't go because I was gonna be here. Yeah, I chose you guys. So they're showing it tonight, and but yes, I love this show so much. I had to watch it. It was one of the shows that I one of the first shows that I feel like I had to watch, every weekend. Every like we will get together at my friend's house. I'll go over to her house and we will watch it together. Which is the ones that they made the movie. I will go to their house, and then that was our Sunday. It was a Sunday or Saturday? Sundays, I think, that we will watch every weekend. And I feel like, even though I love this so much, I feel like they shouldn't, because I feel like it was not so long ago that it came out. 2014 is the last, season. Like, why? You can still find those dollar pins. Oh, really?
Mhm.
Oh, I need to look for those.
There's actually one that came out in 2008, but I couldn't find any sales data for it. It looks like.
Oh, you know, that's when I was like in love with Joe Manganiello. He plays that werewolf. Oh, he was so hot in there. And I love Sofia Vergara. And when I found out that them two were dating, I was so happy because two of my favorite actors, like together, they were both so beautiful. I was like, oh my gosh. But yeah, I don't know. This is one that I feel it shouldn't be rebooted.
Well, two things, Lucy. I'm going to speak for the rest of the panel. You probably said the director's name better than any of us could ever imagine trying to pronounce that name. And then, second, like with the HBO Max stuff, like who knows what's going to happen with that, like with their future. Like, they're talking about even like collapsing the app itself and then just being on Discovery. And then Discovery is talking about selling the whole like Warner Brothers property, like DC stuff and all that. So yeah, so it's like kind of shaky grounds for anything for HBO Max. Like,
but,
I mean,
if they sell, so the talk of the town, rumor mill, whatever you want, what have you, is saying that they're trying to cut all these corners to sell HBO/Warner/DC, right, as a bundle to somebody else. Right. And if people are like, oh, they can't do that. It's like, oh, they already let that happen with Fox and Disney. So Game of Thrones, True Blood, anything that is of value can be transferred over to the new person. So this was a popular. I never watched it. My sister loved it. I never watched it. Maybe I will.
I was never into like the vampire thing. Like, but let's see. My level of vampire. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the movie with Luke Perry and Christy Swanson. The epitome of me and vampires. That's it right there.
I was waiting for a little bit more, but then I realized like it's probably going to stop
right there. That's me and vampires right there. Just that. That movie.
Oh my God.
No,
I really like it. It was kind of cheesy. Oh, even though I loved the show, Suki, which is Anna Paquin, she get on my nerves. I did not like her. Like, she used to get on my. I loved everybody in the show, but she used to get on my nerves. Like, I just want to slap her.
Oh, Lost Boys. That was a good vampire movie I liked.
Oh yeah, it was really good. But yeah, no, she did get on my nerves. And then the guy who played Eric too, it was so handsome.
See, like I liked Buffy the Vampire Slayer because those vampires weren't as scary as like more terrifying vampires like Lost Boys.
That movie.
Which one?
Liked?
Which one?
The 30 Days of Night.
Oh, the 28.
28 Days of Night.
Yeah. Yes.
With the vampires?
So good. Oh, yes.
No, I thought that was 38 days, or that was 30 Days of Night, and then the other.
Oh wait, 30 Days of Night. 28 days is 20 days later. Yeah, never mind.
That's a zombie movie.
Nice. Yes. Wait, wrong movie.
The zombies that can run.
I'm trying to think fast.
Scary
zombies that can the scariest zombies on Earth. The ones that would get me first.
Yeah. Where it's like, I'm not even gonna try. Like,
nope,
like convert.
Oh,
yeah, I'm converted.
Freaking zombies out there. No thanks.
One of the ladies who come out in True Blood, she's the lady who takes care of the girls on League of Their Own on the show. The lady that she's watching the girls in the house.
Oh, the caretaker.
The caretaker. She's in True Blood. Yes.
What? What's her?
She's a normal like human, but I'm trying to remember what happens to her. But I don't think there's a lot in it. She's not. I don't remember, but she's in True Blood. Yeah.
Well, you better watch it before HBO Max like ends.
What happened, Jen?
Do you recommend it?
I feel like for its time.
But now, do you think
I don't think that I just watched it recently again, and I still liked it. So yeah, I will recommend it. One of my favorite people on the show that he passed away, Lafayette. He passed away last year, I think it was overdose. I don't know, but he was so good on the show. But yeah, R.I.P. Lafayette. But yeah, I do recommend it. I still like it. It's a little cheesy, but I liked it, so I do recommend it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so moving on.
Hey, look, we're back to Beavis and
Oh
Butt-head.
wait, no,
Daria.
but this one's Daria. So this is Jen's.
Yeah, so Daria technically first appearance is in Beavis and Butt-head #1. So that's a good tie back to Aaron's pick.
Nice.
But the later issue, oh man, it's issue 24 on the left and 14. Shoot, 14 and 24. I think these both are. And that's her on the cover. Like on the left-hand side, you see her as the bottom character.
Mhm.
But apparently there's going to be a spin-off with Jane. Oh, Jody. Sorry.
Jody was the sister, right?
No, Jody was the rich girl that was always competing with Daria for
the valedictorian type.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they keep casting stuff. We still haven't heard anything new, but the pop looks cool, and I really loved Daria growing up, and I'll watch a Jody spinoff.
I watched Daria more than I watched Beavis and Butt-head.
I watched both.
I like the animation better. Well, it
wasn't created by Mike Judge, right? For Daria, right? It was directed by someone else.
Mm-hmm.
No, not sure.
Yeah,
I think you're right though.
Yeah,
Morgendorfer.
So my brother and I used to watch the show as well, and then like as we got older, he's like, dude, you're like the living embodiment of Trent. So I'm like, it still counts as practice if you don't drop it, when you're sleeping.
Do you know if it's airing anywhere? Like, I would like to watch it again. It's been forever since
Daria. I just watched. Oh, it says it's on Paramount Plus, but I watched it on Hulu for a while.
Yeah,
I have to look for it then, because it's been. I don't remember. I remember watching it, but I don't remember much about it. I don't remember.
Well, I know like they didn't get the license for the music again for it, so they redid the music for some of the stuff. Not all of it, but like there's certain songs that they couldn't get the rights to, so they wrote similar sounding stuff. I'm surprised to see how much that pop figure is. Like $70.
And you had 9
That's
bids.
not that bad. I mean, for a hard to find pop or a New York exclusive.
Well, see, I wasn't sure. Oh yeah, so it does have that sticker label that's actually from the con instead of just being like the fall share exclusive. It actually says New York. So those always do command a premium.
Yeah, and then
you're probably talking like 20% more or something like that, or 25% more just for that sticker.
Yeah, and be careful of bootleg stickers.
Yes. And College Humor did one with Aubrey Plaza. They did like a Daria movie trailer with live action.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's a fun. I wish
she would have been a really good Daria too.
Like, yes, I was just going to say that because the way she plays on Parks and Recreation, that's basically Daria.
Yeah. Who would you cast as Jane?
They did a Grumpy Cat movie where she was the voice of Grumpy Cat, and I just was crying. I'm like, are you kidding me? Why does this exist?
I got to see if I can find that issue 24 because I think I've seen it before, but I didn't know about that. Is she actually in the storyline?
I was just gonna say, is that her first appearance?
I think. Wait, let me double check real quick because we did these slides really, really quick. So number 14 should be the $3 one, and then the number 24 is the 15 because I think she's more prominent on it. But from my understanding, she's in the storyline with the Valentine's Day one. So that should be the more affordable, like $1 to $3. But you never know. And again, her first appearance was in the Beavis and Butt-head #1. Yeah. But
okay. Anything else? So move on.
I think we're.
Oh wait, we're done. So that was awesome.
One thing I'm glad I didn't get on was the Disney remake bandwagon. Whew. Like all of it. Like we only got a little bit on it, but man,
I haven't seen Pinocchio yet. Is Pinocchio good?
I haven't watched it.
The reviews for that were hideous, but I don't give those live action remakes.
Okay,
my
but wait,
time.
wait. There's like what's his name?
Tom Hanks?
No.
Del Toro?
No, who? What? You know, the second one, the other one they're making. You know, there's two. There's the Disney. Del Toro. Okay, Del Toro. I couldn't think of the name. Del Toro. Yeah, Del Toro on Netflix. He's making one his own. It's already out. He already made it. Okay, he already made it. Sam.
The character designs are probably 10,000 times better.
It does look good. The way it looks, it does look better than the one from Disney.
Everybody got so mad about that Disney about Pinocchio.
I haven't seen it, but Tom Hanks.
Yeah, apparently everybody hated it.
Really?
I cannot be a good judge because I refuse to watch them. I don't watch them.
Blind Adam with a cool message. You can find full episodes of Daria on YouTube.
Nice. That's a good.
Yeah.
So
with Pinocchio though, real quick, the last time I saw Pinocchio was in Italy in a live theater performance. I mean, even though I don't speak Italian, so that was kind of cool.
Nice.
Well, yeah, like you were saying, Trish. I don't. You can. Mariah's done.
Mariah says I don't watch him live action remakes neither.
No, she's like, it's the hour, Mom. You passed the hour. But no, Pinocchio is watchable. I'm gonna try them, but again, I don't like all these. Like, I love Cinderella. I love all those princess movies. I just don't want to. No.
I will say real quick before we move on, H&H Comics said that they watch Aubrey Plaza in reason all the time. You should check out Aubrey Plaza's Hot Ones episode where she eats the hot wings, and she does her best and does better than I ever could eating a lot of those things.
Oh, I need to watch it.
That's good.
Oh, we need to do the one chip challenge then, like on the show one day.
Well,
I already have a horrible stomach. I can't do it. Yeah, I can't.
I'll eat it. I don't care.
After
watching how many I can eat through an episode, right?
Yeah.
It'll probably only be like one.
I will end up in the hospital. I can't. My stomach can't handle it.
After watching Hot Ones, we watched Aubrey Plaza with Britt. Britt's like, "You guys should do that challenge." I'm like, "Wait, what? This with all the hot sauces and they get progressively hotter?" She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, I can't do spices hardly at all. You like spices.
But my stomach can take it. My stomach can take it.
Okay, gotcha.
I like spice, but I don't like it when it's hot for no reason. There's got to be like some flavor.
Just invite me on, and then I'll eat the spicy food because I've done it before on this channel, like way long ago. So if you go far back, like maybe 2 years ago now, at this point, you can see.
But apparently, Laura likes spicy too.
Okay.
But I don't trust. Remotely, it would have to be at a con.
Well, so that's why you get the chip thing.
No way, where it's in a package already and it's designated. That's
how because you have to open it up like
and keep it on screen the whole time.
Yeah. No switcheroo of like a Dorito chip or something. I mean, I don't even know what the chip looks like, but yeah,
it looks like
a Dorito.
Oh, it does look like a Dorito.
I will totally cheat on that.
So we could do live content at. Is she going to Baltimore?
She's going to. Okay, so the deal we have is if the kids are good for New York with her and Aunt away, her chances of going to Baltimore go up. But as of right now, she's not going to Baltimore. But I'm hoping she does.
Depending on how New York goes, basically.
Listen, kids, y'all better be good.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, kids better be
Laura
good.
did end up making that surprise trip last year at Baltimore.
Yeah, that surprise trip. But see, things got out of hand at Baltimore last year because of how crazy it was. I don't anticipate it being that crazy. I do anticipate some craziness, right? But I don't anticipate it being like insane.
Do you have people to help you? You have your own booth, or are you gonna be with?
I should have my own. I'll have my own space again.
Okay.
Right, it's a local show for me.
Right next to Joe Quesada again with your line taped off. And it takes
Tony will be there this time. Tony's going to be there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
So
Tony
your
will be
line's
there.
going to be even twice as long now. with
Yeah,
Tony
it's going
there.
to snake around the whole place because he's going to have to sign all the books I signed last year.
Well, did they actually, were they smart about it and put y'all like next
I
to
have
each
no
other?
idea. We don't even have the layout yet.
Okay. What's
I'm
going to
like
be
curious. I want to
Yeah,
see where I
yeah,
am.
because I mean, let's see how smart so if you're listening, Baltimore Comic-Con planners, make sure
You guys are great.
Trish,
Put me somewhere good.
yeah, put Trish and Tony next to each other.
Yeah, I like that end cap that I had last time. That was amazing.
Yeah, like you were right next to Joe Quesada's booth. So
yeah,
which
and I was
he was
on the
never
end
there.
of that 3-unit. Like I had an L-shaped table instead of just a regular 8-foot table.
And then Quesada was never at his table. Like
nope, I had an
he was,
empty space next to me. It was great.
Yeah, he was always upstairs and like his private signing room and stuff like that. So
yeah,
private signing room.
Yeah,
yeah,
well,
it was
had like a crowd from what I witnessed.
You had to pre-purchase tickets to get his autograph, and then they had like 4 different layers of tiers to buy it, where it's like 5 autographs, a lithograph, like a 20-minute conversation with him, blah blah blah.
So and then you can't just go up to and say, "Hey, I appreciate you. I don't need money, but thank you." And then
yeah, he was never at his booth.
No, he might have had 2 hours at his table. Like,
oh really?
Where the entire con? Where I saw the line kind of poke around the corner, and I was like, "Who's that for?" Oh, But then, it disappeared.
Yeah, and then Brian K. Vaughan had a pretty big line too as well, because I remember standing in that, like, because he was at the end of the hall, and it like wrapped, like from his table, it wrapped around like all the way to like the middle part of Artist Alley, basically.
Yeah,
and then and that's where I met Comic Man Andy. He was filming content, and I was like, I know that beard.
Righteous Flipper. He actually did like full issues too. Like he did a lot of My Little Pony work. Him and Andy Price, I think, were competing for the most covers.
Ooh, so Loki. Looks like he's about to go have fun with a cake party.
Oh,
I just said it. Inventory cake party.
Maybe they find some more 4th printings to stick up on the website.
Well, if people bought too many and they catch it, they re-put those for sale.
From what I'm told, it was pretty organized this time.
Okay, so Baltimore
stuck to the minimums.
Got to show up
Baltimore. Show up to Baltimore. Buy them there. They'll also have a couple of other of my covers, I think. But bring them to me. Bring me them.
Oh yeah, and Trish will be there for signatures, and there's plenty of people that do 3rd-party witnessing for CGC witnesses.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, CGC and CBCS will have representatives at Comic-Con. I saw on their website.
Nice. Oh wow. So they're actually gonna. Oh, CBCS was there last year because I had that.
Yeah, but CGC wasn't there officially, but they will be this time.
Okay.
Oh,
because they finally cleared up some of their backlog of grading, anyways. So yeah.
Well, now maybe people won't throw like tomatoes at them when they show up.
Okay, kids.
As long as that's C2.
Sorry.
Let's do the Vanna.
So the Vanna of the week, I picked this time the 8 laws of learning are explanation, demonstration, imitation, repetition. Repetition. So I just thought it was kind of like it kind of fit, for the show.
Reboot.
But if it's done, if it's done right, why not? If it's done right.
And then that was from John Wooden.
Yes, but so yeah. Do you guys want anything to add that you guys have this weekend happening? Trish, we'll start with you.
Work. I'm drawing. I picked up another issue of My Little Pony, so I'll be working on that. Noir style ponies. Pony noir.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun. I think that'll be fun. One of my favorite styles to draw in, like kind of black and white or like sepia tone kind of.
That's cool.
It'll be fun.
Cool.
All right.
You, Aaron?
I have Foreign Comic Weekend coming up this weekend.
That's cool.
So yeah, so this is the Howard the Duck with the Obi and everything. So this is not the first appearance of Gwenpool. It's this, I think it's the volume after. So I thought it was
cool.
at first. I was like kind of like, let me thumb through to see if she's in there, and she wasn't. I was like kind of like no. But anyways, yeah. So I have a bunch of Japanese foreign books coming up. Actually, check out this. So I mean, because I know we're mentioning Andor a little bit earlier. Rogue One.
That's cool.
Yeah. So these are really cool. So I'm gonna have that for sale this weekend, and then I'm either gonna be mixing in Japanese soccer cards for 2020 was this 21 22 UEFA, or 2021 baseball, since it's still baseball season. So
nice.
Yeah. So I like to mix my genres, like whenever I'm selling comics and cards.
Do you do the pack breaks like while you're?
Yeah, so I just sell it. I never get enough people to do like a entire box break where people get individual teams and stuff like that. So I just do individual packs, and then with the Japanese baseball cards, you can get these like nice like cherry blossoms and stuff like that.
Oh, pretty.
So, yeah. So I'm trying to pull someone in the Otani cherry blossom, because that's like $1,000 card. So
damn.
Yeah,
that's cool. And you, Jen, do you have anything?
Going to the storage unit so I can look for books to ship from, was it like 6 months ago now for the
like 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Just kidding.
So I'm gonna go to the storage unit. I'm gonna dig through the books to find those, and then to start separating my collection into PC and what I don't mind getting rid of. I'm gonna watch Andor because I haven't watched that yet. And then I gotta catch up on Welcome to Wrexham. Are you guys watching that at all or no?
Yes, it's so good. Like, yeah, like someone was like, "That's real? Like, that's not just a joke thing?" I was like, "No, they like,
What is that? What?"
So Ryan, go ahead. You go for it.
Oh, you can watch it on Hulu. Ryan Reynolds and what's his name from
Rob McElhenney
from it's Sunny in Philadelphia. They bought a Wales soccer team, and it's one of the oldest stadiums and teams in like the stadium, right?
The UK, yeah,
the UK, and it's just like their journey and what they've gone through to do it. So if you like sports, but you also like, they're really funny.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I need to check it out.
And then if you don't know a lot about how the professional soccer teams, the tiers work, they kind of break it down for you so it's easy to digest for an American audience, because everywhere else around the world, like that's their football, or that's their baseball, or whatever major sport they like. So it's really cool, like, because we're not exposed to that, and then it's kind of like watching the journey of them learning what they just invested their money into.
And about Wales, I just thought it was part of England. I didn't know about all that stuff. So yeah,
yeah. So it's also a really good documentary that's on FX and
Hulu.
Okay, I need to check it out. Okay, so for me, I start tomorrow bringing my show back of, like, we call it Witching Hour with Kelly and Ruben, and we're talking about like mysteries and like tales from when we were younger, or ghost stories, myths and stuff like that. And I'm excited to start tomorrow. It's just for the month. It's gonna be only 6 episodes, like for the month of starting September, but for Halloween, like the whole month of October. So it's gonna be every Saturday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So tomorrow, my time, 3 Pacific Standard Time, will start. And we have picked each to tell like one story that we have heard since we were younger, that our family, or of their town, they have heard things, creepy stuff. So I'm excited. So if you guys haven't subscribed, it's gonna be on my channel, Mama Comic. So just go look for me. And yeah, I'm exciid.
So is it a sequel or is it a reboot?
Hey! It's a sequel because we're continuing.
Season
Good
2.
one.
It's season 2, right?
Season 2. Yes, that's good. Yeah. So before I started with Comic Book Woman Near Nirvana, that's what I was doing, other than being on Drunken Chat. So I'm excited to bring it back. It's been a couple years, so I'm excited. So if you guys haven't subscribed to my channel, you guys like creepy with weird stories, go and subscribe to my channel.
Apparently, Ant has a good story.
Yeah, I know. I want to have him on. So I know this weekend they can. So hopefully we'll see if next weekend if he's available.
All right.
But yep.
And I guess to wrap it up, make sure to check out our sponsors again. Cover Price. Use the code Nirvana14 for the 30 days unlimited membership for only 99 cents. And make sure you're signed up for that text alert over at birdcitycomics.com and use the code Nirvana for a 10% discount. So until next time, see y'all later and have a happy and safe weekend.